you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. We haven't talked in a while, so, hey, how y'all been? Alright, but let's get to brass tacks. First and foremost, I ran a second Teespring campaign and it tipped. So thank you to everyone who picked up a shirt this go around. 2, I will be in the very near future doing a little giveaway. So you guys stay tuned to the blog and you'll get the details on that very, very soon. And 3, let's get to what I'm here for right now. So I haven't done one of these in a while, and recently a lot of really cool stuff has fallen in my lap. So I kind of want to do one of these videos. This is a latest pickups video, or recent pickups video rather. And it's a bunch of the stuff that I've gotten. A lot of it is from people. So shout out to the folks that have checked out the blog and continue to support. But this is some of the stuff that I've gotten. Now, I got a box in the mail about a month or so ago from a friend of the blog, member of the 8-Bit Army, one of the homeboys from the DMV. And it was just a whole lot of cool stuff in the box. But this is just a sampling of some of the stuff that he sent. WWF SmackDown 2 for the PS1. Probably the second best game in the SmackDown series. An import version of Dragon Ball GT. Now, once upon a time, these were worth a whole lot. It's just real cool to have something like this in the collection. I already have a US version of it, so it's cool to just have these just sitting around off GP, just because, man. He also sent me a whole lot of PS2 magazine demos and a couple Game Gear games and a couple Game Boy. Did he send me the Game Boy games? No, the Game Boy games came from somewhere else. But a bunch of Game Gear games, a bunch of PlayStation magazine demos, and just PlayStation demos and stuff like that. And he also sent me a healthy amount of PS2 games. Gran Turismo 4. Midnight Club 2. Burnout Revenge. Winning 11-8. NCAA Football 2003. And Madden 06. So shout out to the homeboy Neil for sending me that stuff. In addition to that, he also sent me a handheld, and the handheld is probably one of the more randomly cool things that I've gotten. Next to the one time one of my readers sent in television. But Neil sent me a GameCom. Now, for those who don't really know what this is, Tiger Electronics used to make the folks that used to make the LCD handheld games. They did a couple actual attempts at like game console type deals. Well, they did this R-Zone thing, which was essentially their LCD games on this little headset with the little screen thing and a controller. That really didn't go too well. It didn't really sell, things like that. So they went another route, and that's where the GameCom comes in. And this thing is actually pretty cool. It has a pretty nice size screen for a handheld back then. And it had a decent variety of games, like Duke Nukem was available on this thing, and Sonic the Hedgehog. And the two games I got with it are Midway Arcade Classics and Fighters Mega Mix. Yeah, they had a port of the Sega Saturn fighting game Fighters Mega Mix on the Gamescom. So thanks again for that, Neil. Now, in my adventures around town, I picked up a few NES games from the local play and trade. I also picked up a copy of Subterranea for the Sega Genesis. Now, Subterranea feels like Solar Jetman in its control and things like that. It's a lot harder than Solar Jetman, but it's a interesting little shooter for the Sega Genesis. And you guys know how much I love shooters. And I picked up Fantavision. Now, Fantavision is a PS2 launch title. It was one of the first games that was printed on a DVD for release on the PlayStation 2, and it's a cool puzzle game. It's basically a combination of like columns and some fireworks. Basically, if you took columns and just smashed it in with some fireworks, you would have Fantavision. I also just got in a Sega Genesis, a NES game lot. Now, most of these games I have already, but two of them I don't. And since the lot was so cheap, it's not a problem to have duplicates in your collection. They come in handy sometimes. So, got 1942, which I already had. Jackal, which I already have. I don't mind having more than one copy of any of the three games that are duplicates in this lot. And Iron Tank. This is the third copy of Iron Tank that's crossed my hands in about 2 or 3 years. And like I said, I don't mind that because these three games are actually all good games. And I may use them for a giveaway at some point or swap them with somebody or something, donor cart, what have you. But they'll come in handy. And these are the two games that I actually got the lot for because I don't have either one of them. And that's Russian Attack and Heavy Barrel. And now I paid about $11 for the lot, and looking around on eBay, Heavy Barrel costs pretty much almost that on, like, people are selling Heavy Barrel for about that on eBay by itself. So the lot, it was worth it for the two games that I actually got out of the lot that I didn't have already. So that's a real good deal. And finally, and this is really the reason why I made this video, because this was like the coolest thing ever. Sunday, went to a friend's house to watch WrestleMania 29. And in conversation, we're talking about the Dreamcast. He mentions that he has a couple games laying around. He can only find one, and he doesn't have a Dreamcast. So he asks if I want it. I say yes. He hands it to me. It's a copy of Shenmue 2. It's complete. It has the sleeve, both versions of the manual, because this is the European PAL release. It didn't come out in the US, and I mean, this thing commands a decent amount of money on eBay. It's a pretty in-demand title to say. It was re-released on the original Xbox. So, shout out to the homie Jose, and congratulations. He just had a little girl. Well, him and his girlfriend just had a little girl, so congratulations to them. But yeah, shout out for this copy of Shenmue 2, man. This is a big pickup. I'll be coming back with I got a giveaway coming up really soon. Some more game reviews, more gaming news, all that good stuff. So continue to check out the blog. Follow me on Twitter at 8bitanimal, the number 8BIT animal. And you can follow the blog has a page on Google Plus now, so you can check that out. Just go on Google. If you're on Google Plus, just search the digitized ramblings of an 8-bit animal and you can find it. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So this has been the 8-bit animal. I will catch you beautiful people next time.